look here. I watched Baylor last night, and to me, right out the gate, hold on, y'all. Right out the gate, it feels like we're gonna beat the brakes off them. Now it feels when I watch them versus Tarleton. Tarleton is a school that's either they might have made it up to D1 AA. Well, I know they D1 AA. Yeah. They D1 AA. They not too long ago came out of D2. They beat them, but they the quarterback they had playing Flynn, he could run and throw. I think the quarterback they have up now, they'll let him run and throw, but I don't think it's just like that. And when they played Utah, um, let's say they fought hard the first quarter and maybe some a second, and then Utah was getting the points on them, but it wasn't like that. It wasn't like Utah just beat the brakes off of them. So it was hard watching them play, y'all. It was hard watching them play. Then they had to play Air Force, which was their last game. And they Air Force game, Air Force run the triple option. So that's going to be hard on anybody. So they saying height, spin around, toss it, height, hand it off. They running almost the whole game. And Air Force, that game was, I think, almost 3-3 going in the half. Now, Baylor do got a fire kicker. That kicker will boot that thing. The kicker will boot that thing. I'm talking about, boo, he'll get it up out of there. So the kicker will do his thing. It seems like he could hit anywhere on that side of the field once he get across the 50. So they field goal kicker can kick that thing. I really like at wide receiver. I like they number 34. He was real slippery. Like he'll catch it and pop, 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 and get out of there. I liked him the most out of everybody. Now, when I was watching it, when I looked at their stats lean towards, they ran the ball like 121 times in 3 games, and they passed the ball, I want to say 73 times. So that's letting you know where we looking at. But Air Force, the way they running the ball, it may make you run the ball too to, keep up. But that game was 3-3 going in, 3-3, and then Air Force gave up the ball on a bad call. It was a bad call. They gave Baylor the ball. Baylor kicked the field goal. So Air Force defense was holding down Baylor's offense for the most part. The second half, Baylor came out and finished them off, but it wasn't like Baylor did nothing spectacular. So I feel we should get this game. I feel we should win. It really looks like we're gonna win. Now, the game it may level out the playing field because it's gonna be raining. I heard it's a very high chance that it's going to rain Saturday. So if that's the case, that may help Baylor out. Because our defense, y'all know our defense gonna come to play. I know our defense gonna be ready to shut them down. Our offense, I seen Utah getting some plays on them. Utah was catching it. Utah was running it. But, our quarterback ain't running like that. Now, he can run. But Cam Rising was running on him a little bit. But I think at some point in that game, he had got injured. So they let the other quarterback play. Baylor just didn't really show me nothing. Baylor is going to run it. They're going to run it. They're going to have the plays where it look like the quarterback can hand it to him or he can take off, which I know a lot of teams got that, but to me, it didn't really look like when I watched the Baylor game, maybe I was real sleepy. I'm watching again, but none of their 3 games was like exciting to me. And it ain't nothing against Baylor. It just didn't look exciting. It looked like we should win. Now, how Coach Prime gonna go about it, we gonna have to have that run game going. We at least got to get 17 to 25 carries in. Somewhere in that ballpark, you need to get your running backs that ball. You know Shador gonna throw it. Now, if it's a running game, if it's a rain game, I don't know how much that will affect Shador. So maybe they hand it off more. But I'm assuming Shador gonna probably throw 30 to 40 passes. 30 to 40. He could get it up to 35 to 45, but I'm thinking 30 to 40. Just when I looked at Baylor, y'all, they quarterback play ain't up to par like that with either one of them. Now, Finn did have more athleticism. He could take off and do his thing. Now, they got a tight end. They do have a big boy tight end. He from Tampa. He was at USC. He went to Ole Miss. Now he's at Baylor. He done transferred a lot, but you see they stayed D1. He scored in the first game. He got some catches in, I think, all the games. They tight end is a big target. Mike Trigg is his name. Their tight end is a big target. Now, they got running backs. They got about 4 running backs they run that ball with. So, but at the same time, y'all, they'll still throw it, but it just ain't like that. 34 was nice at wide receiver, but they also got number 6. He was looking good at wide receiver. Like, y'all, I saw it, but it just, I can't get over the fact that it just didn't look like, ooh, wait, they finna come with it. I didn't feel that, but that don't mean they not. It just didn't feel that way. JB, what's good? Missy Willer, hey, week 38, day 2, y'all. Listen, you got, basically the only way you really gonna change your life is dealing with God in the Bible. That's just point blank, period. You got to. PGT, what's good? Carl, hey, appreciate it. Kenneth, what's good? Hey, right back at you. JB, you say we got to have a dominant performance. It's homecoming. Correct. They did move it up because Baylor wasn't that good last year, but we weren't that good either. Now, we have the talent on offense and defense to really do these boys. Now, they Texas boys, so they ain't going to be like trash, but y'all, it did not look like they played Tarleton, which is a D1 AA. They played Utah, and Utah won, but it wasn't like Utah beat the brakes off of them. So, but again, I seen Utah not like that. They better than them, but we just got to play. This game against Baylor is really about us. Can we run the ball like we should? Can we throw the ball like we should? This game is really about us. That's all this game come down to. I know Coach Prime know we could beat them. I know when they watching film, they like, nah, we could get them. But it got to be about us. It got to be about us. It got to be about us doing our thing all the way through. Coach Dre, what's good? Miss Johnson, you said stay focused, never underestimate your opponent. Right. Now, I know Coach Prime them not underestimating. I'm just telling y'all from what it looked like. They just, I don't know. It wasn't they had some plays where guys will burst out and make a play or two, but it wasn't like they was doing this in the first quarters of the game. Like the first 2 quarters, it wasn't like they just was taking off making big boy plays like that. And Tarleton, I don't count that. That's a D1 AA school. Yes, we played North Dakota State. They was D1 AA, but we played one of the best programs at the D1 AA level who win championships like it ain't nothing. This team just came up from D2. So, I'm just saying. Yeah, we can't underestimate them, and Coach Prime them not. But I feel like we got this win. George, you said Shermer should delegate 25 to 20 runs per game. I would love that. I would love it because Micah gonna pound it. Isaiah could pound it. DH could pound it. Did I say Isaiah? Isaiah, Micah, DH, and Charlie O. All of them could get in and get something. Unless you go 10-10, 7-7, 7, and then Get the other, what, 4 of them to Charlo? Because you know how y'all trying to do my boy Charlo. I still think Charlo can get out there and catch it and run it. Timothy, you say they have to control the time of possessions. Baylor has athletes. Correct. They got, I know Baylor got athletes, them boys from Texas, so I know they going to come with it. It's just, when I watched it, just never was exciting about it. I was just looking like, man, maybe it was because who they was playing. Tarleton, then the Utah game, it just went. But it wasn't like Utah beat the brakes off of them either. But then you get the Air Force game. I know Air Force running that option, and you ain't practicing versus the option all the time. You getting the option maybe once or twice every 4 or 5 years or something, depending on who you play. It just didn't look like that. DJ Vaughn, you say 0 thrown touchdowns allowed by CU secondary. Yeah. Secondary 5. That's probably what I'm going to talk about on the next one. Hey, we firepower out there now. Double L, you say, what's up, bro? This is Baylor's Super Bowl. They will be, oh, you know what? You show right. This day Super Bowl, this day chance to show the Baylor Nation and the country they play in Colorado. But what it look like, when they go away, they just not, like when they went to Utah, they didn't look like that. When they play home against Air Force, they just didn't look like that. But they will amp up to play us. They will amp up to play us, and I know they going to get they all. And they are Texas boys, so I know they got ballers. And then if team get hot, they get hot. But it's really, this game is on us. We play our game, we got this. We play our game, we got this. Blue, what's good? Rich, you say Colin. This is a thanking smash mouth game. Dominate and subdue. I want us to do that, but it look like it's going to rain, so you could run it more. You could run it more. Blue, you say Baylor don't like you. They just being polite. Hey, they are, but golly. When you watch them, y'all go look. When you watch them, it just don't look good. I barbecue, you say, I can't lie, bro. Charlie O just not on the same level. But he still can get out there and make plays. Maybe you don't start him, but he deserves to play every game. I put it like that. Steph, what's happening? George, you say, Colin, what do you think has gone wrong with Michigan? Well, they lost their coach. They lost a bunch of players. They lost other coaches that was main key ingredients. And I think with them starting this quarterback, they should have started in front of jump. But maybe with them starting this quarterback, it'll be different. Timothy, you say Baylor D-line is going to bring pressure and try to knock 2 off his mark. We have to run the ball a little more bit than last week. Well, we know everybody defense going to try to tee off, but with them seeing that Colorado State game, they like, oh, hey. You just can't go in there blitzing because we can take off with the run a whole different direction. So we going to run the ball. That we going to do. We know we going to do that. Again, I know Coach Prime them locking in and getting all the ins and outs, but just what I seen, it just didn't look like that. Not saying they not, it just didn't look like that. Miss Kimball. PGT, you say D. Hayden back. Yeah, hey, he finna run that thing. SRS, you say put Bentley at fullback. Now we could, but they won't. Or you put one of them 5'5" linemen back there. You could put Shadoze back there. Colin, Greg, you said Colin. I was loving everything I saw Saturday night except the need to change the offense scheme up and to stop the running. Same formations. Well, I like that we was running it, and I like that our defense really shutting down a lot of teams. So that's why I think this really in our favor. DJ Vaughn, you said what Baylor DBs look like. Air Force don't really throw. Utah was completing some passes on them. Tarleton completed a 5-5 pass on them. But this might have been on cleanup duty. They just, nothing really just stood out. But I know they're going to run the ball more than they pass it. I know they're gonna run him on. Miss Josh, you right. And that's what Colorado them gonna do. They gonna lock in and they gonna see all the ins and outs. They gonna know that, hey, you gotta come with it every game. But I'm just telling y'all from our standpoint, it didn't look like they was all that. Make open option, you say, is it too late to get another O-line out of the port? Nah, we got to lock in what we got. I mean, they got what they got. We got what we got. DJ Vaughn, you say you think Mata should kick this game? He can. It's going to be raining, though. Trevor, you said, see, you can average 100 yards rushing. Yeah, we could. We got to. We should. Eli, what's good? John, what's good? You say if you give Charlie an opportunity, he will shine. Correct. He always does. Hey, look, I just want to tell y'all how it looked. I go back and look again. They didn't look like that. So really, I think this game is about us. Hey, but I'm going to come right back on. Let's ride out. Let's ride out. Let's ride out.